your warm-up is to take the packet that you grabbed on the way in. Okay, you can see on it that at the bottom of the first page, there's graph A, graph B, graph C. And if you turn the page, on the back of that front page is graph D, graph E, and graph F. So what I want you to do as a warm-up is to circle whether they are positive, negative, zero, or no slope. If you don't know what that means, if you look right at the board, it says positive, negative, zero, no slope. That's what they look like. So it may not take you too long, but you have 6 problems to circle whether they're positive, negative, zero, or no slope. So on your warm-up, you were looking at this, which I have to erase real quick. All right, whoops. So on the first page, on graph A, what did y'all get? Positive, because it's going up to the right. Remember, up is positive, right is positive, so up and to the right is definitely positive, right? Now, graph B, what do you think? What? Now, B goes down to the right, so this is negative, okay? So again, up to the right was graph A, positive, but graph B is down to the right, that should be negative. We're not writing it down, we're just circling right now, right? Circling. Oh, okay. So, you're on the back page. Graph C, what is that? 0. Now, let me shoot straight with you. A lot of people get 0 confused with no slope, okay? I don't want you to be confused, so I'm going to tell you the way I remember this, okay? So, at the bottom, you can draw this little picture with me. I know there's not a ton of room. What? Oh, if that's what you want to call it. So, if you think of horizontal and vertical lines, okay? We are going to draw a stick guy, okay, if you want to call him slope man. But, what? Oh. All right, so follow me, okay? I'm thinking of a stick figure, okay? And I'm thinking about effort. How much effort does it take to stand, just stand on a flat horizontal surface? Okay, I know it takes more than nothing, but you're not working to do that. You're just standing. It's chill, right? Chill. So it is 0 slope because it takes 0 effort to just stand still, right? But if you're trying to be Spider-Man and stand on this wall, can you do it? The answer is no. You fall to your stick demise, right? So when I'm thinking of standing, 0 slope, 0 effort, but vertically, no slope. Because no, you cannot stand on it. No can't stand, no slope. Can stand, 0 slope. Okay? So that's one way you could try to remember it. Another way people try to say it is horizontal has a 0 in it. Horizontal. And then vertical doesn't have an O in it, so no 0. Okay? So remember, vertical up and down is no slope. Horizontal is 0 slope. Okay? So let's finish going through this. On graph C, what did we put here? 0. Okay. So Miss Marrero, do you have a way to help us remember this? What? Jump on the mic.
Climb every mountain. No, that's not my song. Okay, here. That's from The Sound of Music. Look, 0, you write 0 like this, right? Z with a 0. In the top part, the slope will be like that. In for no slope, this is what the slope will look like. Do you understand? Z0 in no slope. Yay! Ha, ha. Thanks so much. I don't have a song for that.
But we're going to have a song later. Miss Marrero's got a good one. So keeping on this warm-up. So graph D, E, and F. So D is what? Graph D. Positive. And what about graph E? Positive. Now, graph F. Can't stand on it, so no slope. All right. So for your notes, you should be at the front page again. Notice it says rate of change, a.k.a. slope. So if you want to write this up here so you know it, put notes, because they're notes. Now, some of y'all did say, why are we doing this? I understand this should have been Algebra 1 stuff, but we sometimes it gets rusty in our brains. It was totally last year, right? So we're revisiting it to make sure we understand it. When we get to equations, you know what slope is. Now, if you look at my side wall over here, maybe you've seen this before. This equation, y equals mx plus b. What is slope? Which one? The m, right? And so Miss Marrero has a cool song about that.
M is mountain slope. And here is the song. Who knows the Mexican hat dance? Yay. Da. Everybody can stand up and do it if you want. Da. Da, 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 da. The slope is in front of the... Who said it? That's right. That's right. Da, 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 da. The slope is in front of the... Ooh, they know it.
All right. Round of applause, round of applause. Yeah, all right. Now, I was telling Miss Marrero, maybe not everyone has heard that song, so we kind of need to make it fresh, right? So I thought, I'll make a song just like that for modern music. All right? So ready? Here we go. Slope's in front of the X. Yeah? Slope in front of the X. Woo! Damn. Bet. All right, so, now that we got that out of the way. Rise over run. So look at this first box here. Okay. I don't.
It's not.
Okay, let's go to the first box here. So, okay, so listen, please. So the first box, y'all remember what over what? The song, however you remember it, it's rise over run. Okay, so does everyone know that slope is rise over run?
Have you heard of the Beatles? The Beatles? And they turned into wings. So they had a song, Band on the Run. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Why are they laughing at me? So part of that song, instead of Band on the Run, how would you change it with that? Rise over run. That's right. That's exactly it. He got it. He got it. Rise over run. Or if you're into rhythm, Y over X. Y over X. Slope, slope, slope.
Or y over x. Yeah. All right, so rise over run. Now, which way is rise? X or Y? Which one's rising? Y, okay? Y is vertical up and down. So look right here. We call it, this little triangle is changing Y. And then X is changing X. That's the little triangle X, okay? And then we also have an equation off to the right here. Slope formula. Hopefully you've used slope formula before. Maybe your teacher actually showed you the list and spreadsheets method. We'll get there. But that equation we're going to use today. Y2 minus Y1 over X2 minus X1. So, with all that great information sung in your minds forever, right? Let's talk about part one. So, finding the rate of change, slope from graphs. So we just said rise over run is slope. So let's look at this example. Whenever you're doing these examples, you want to make sure you got points on the grid. Does everyone see? This is on the vertical and horizontal grid. This is on the vertical and horizontal grid, right? So first thing you do, make sure you got some points on there that are solid, okay? Then, let me ask you a question. When you read in English, you go from what to what? Left to right, okay? Now, if you were reading Hebrew or something else, okay, it'd be right to left. So, since we go left to right, I want you to start at the one on the left, please, okay? So, from the left, I want to rise. Now, which way does this rise? In Hebrew? So, my question was, which way does it rise? Down. Now, that's kind of weird, because you don't think of rising down, but in slope, you can rise up or down. So this rises down 3, so what number do I put next to it? -3, okay? Remember, down means negative. Down means negative. Can you put that away for me, please? So, And left and right, which one's negative? Left or right? Left, okay? Now here's the deal. If you're always going left to right, your run should always be positive because you're going right, okay? So what's the run here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. So when you write your slope, just write that fraction, rise over run, -3 over 5, okay? Rise, run. All right, so now I want you to try that on graph A, B, C, D, E, F. The same 6 we did. In that blank, write a fraction, rise over run, and use your calculator to reduce the fractions for me, please. Go ahead and do that now. So, can I have everyone's attention? So, on graph A, oh my gosh. So, on graph A, let's count the rise over the run from left to right. So, did you pick a point on the grid? Okay, you pick your 2 points, and you're going from left to right, and you count rise and you count run. Okay, so what is my rise? What is my run? Okay, we do rise 2, up, so it's positive, and then we run 3, which is positive, so 2 over 3. Okay, if you need to, you want to reduce it, and if you're not sure, you just type it in the calculator, it'll reduce it for you. Okay, graph B, make sure you have picked 2 points, and you're going left to right. So which way does this rise? Up or down? So which way does this rise? Up or down? Down, how much? So what will be right next to it? -3 over to the right 1. So we have -3 over 1. So our rise is going to be, or our rise over run is going to be -3 over 1. Okay? Now, if you didn't know this, you got to know that if it's over 1, you can just write that as a whole number, right? So the answer is just going to be -3. Okay, next one, we already circled what it is, but what's the slope? 0. That means your slope is 0, okay? You'll notice there is no rise, but there's a lot of run on those horizontal lines. That would be 0, okay? On the next one, D, E, and F. So we pick 2 points again, here and here. Make sure they're on the grid. So what's the rise on this one? Up 2, so yeah, 2. And then the run is 5 to the right. Those are both positive, so 2 over 5, okay? Again, it doesn't reduce, so you're good. Graph E, what do we get on graph E? 3 over 1, which is the same thing as just 3. And then last but not least, graph F, if it goes straight up and down, on graph F. No. So the equation would be x equals 3, but the slope, if we circle no slope, then that means no slope, okay? Don't put 0. So I want everyone to know, 0 and no slope are not the same thing. If it's vertical and you cannot stand on it, then put no slope, even for the slope, okay? So that was part 1. Take a look at part 2. Now we're finding it by rate of change slope from the tables.